Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Colts and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Newton on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And they'll run here with Tavon. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And they can't bring it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Newton. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Newton throwing again. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Caught by Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it.
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll get this to about the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 2nd and very short, Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Newton. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Complete to Kayvon Austin. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8.
They'll run with Austin. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's a gain of 5.
Newton on 3rd down. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 7.
Now it's Newton.
At the 19-yard line.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Falcon.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamal Williams from 6 yards away. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They begin with a run by Davis. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again here with Davis. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. On 2nd and 7, Dobbs. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Connor Hayward, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Inside give to Davis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he's going to use his legs here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. A dump off for Davis. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Dobbs is throwing. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. To throw again on second down. Dobbs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. To throw is Dobbs. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. McBride on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason match. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle to Davis. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Dobbs. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down, Davis.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Back to throw Dobbs.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Pass pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. Touchdown! Kyle Rudolph. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Able to get, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked up and said, applaud.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Dobbs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Edwards. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Trubisky now to throw on third down. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A first down carry for Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Dobbs. Throw caught by Raymond. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. Gets past one man. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's complete to McBride. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Dobbs. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. 2nd and 10. To throw is Dobbs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky.
Goes right back to McBride. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Trubisky.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky.
Open man, he's got Camp complete.
Touchdown, Colts.
Jalen Camp,
A 16-yard touchdown.
and the Colts have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now a handoff, Edwards. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll run here with Edwards. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Trubisky will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mitchell Trubisky, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dobbs. It's brought in by Wilson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. And Rudolph has it left side.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Dobbs.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Travis Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Dobbs. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Dobbs. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way, now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the